What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Babymetal, yes indeed, Babymetal Fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Storm Remy, and Storm wanted to see me react to this song. It is Babymetal with a live performance. Please keep those two words in mind. A live performance of their song, Doki Doki Morning. Now, have I heard this song before? Full disclosure, yes. Yes, I have. I have heard this song several times. Let's see, I've done a reaction to the official music video. I believe when Mrs. Heretic and I went and saw Babymetal perform live, I believe they performed this song. So yeah, I've heard this song a few times. So yes, I'm familiar with the song. As such, I cannot take this song into account here because I've already done a reaction to it. So, having said that, this is a live performance from what I've been told. So I will be basing my reaction, my evaluation, and my score completely on the live performance. The visuals, not what we hear, not the songwriting, not the composing, not the arranging. That's gonna be a complete non-factor here. I will take how well they play the song into account slightly, very slightly, maybe 2% of the score will be based on how well they play the song. 98% is going to be on the visuals, stage presence, stage interaction, crowd interaction, stage energy, showmanship. That's what I'm going to be looking for more than anything else. So please keep that in mind. Oh boy. Hope everybody listened and hope everybody heard and hope everybody remembers that. Let's see. This was posted by Gans Thomas. Sure, why not? And the video has 74,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. 02, Babymetal, Doki Doki Morning, Live Legend 1997, Sumetal Saitan Sai 2013. What a mouthful. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
How quickly the crowd responds. Oh, it's this show. This song. Probably the most perplexing song when it comes to feel, I think, and direction. It for me, it's so poppy. I mean, here's the thing though. I get the attraction. I see the attraction. I absolutely do. That chorus is poppy as hell. And I'm also gonna say it's hooky as hell. It's the hook. It absolutely is the hook. Is it hooking me? Necessarily, not really, but I get it. I see it. You can see it in the crowd. The crowd loves it. Anyway. Thank God for every other part in the song that's much heavier than that chorus. Let's go down the checklist. This is where I'm a little perplexed, and this is where I really hope Babymetal fans understand where I'm coming from. Going down the checklist, stage presence, check. They definitely have the stage presence without question. Stage energy, check. Yes, absolutely. And with that stage energy, I'm also going to include showmanship. Their show in this situation is based 100% on choreography. There's no freedom. They are absolutely following the plan of attack to a T. You know, every arm gesture, every arm motion, every step, every turn, every flip of the hand is pre-planned, preordained, well-rehearsed, and executed right in sync with everybody else. Unfortunately, when you do that, okay, look, your stage energy, check. It's going to be taken care of every single time. Same thing with your showmanship, check every single time, because it's all pre-planned, pre-choreographed, blocked out, ready to go. Unfortunately, that leaves some holes, and the biggest hole is crowd interaction. Because they're completely focused on staying with the choreography, which is not designed to interact with the crowd at all, there is no crowd interaction. Now, the crowd is doing their thing, but it's not at the bequest of what the ladies are doing. The ladies aren't sitting there waving to the crowd, motioning to the crowd, you know, let me hear you type of thing. They're not doing that. They're not doing any call and response with the crowd. They're just doing their choreography. And the crowd is doing their choreography. But it's not because it's being called for by the performers. You see the difference? There's a definite difference between the two. That's the biggest gap, is there's no crowd interaction. As far as stage interaction, it's there, but it's not genuine. It's not organic. It's pre-thought out, pre-planned choreography. You're going to turn and face each other on this. You're going to wave to each other on this beat and this beat, switch hands on this beat and this beat, circle this hand while facing each other. Is that interaction? It is technically, by letter of the law, interaction, but it's not organic. It's not genuine. It's not because they want to. It's because they're being told to. They have to do it because they have to follow the steps. It's not the same thing as, for example, two guitar players, you know, coming together Now, maybe it is pre-planned that they come in together for the solo section, but it looks a lot more organic. It doesn't look as stiff. It doesn't look as planned. It doesn't look as organized. It doesn't look as robotic. You know what I mean? So here's where we stand right now. Stage presence, stage energy, and showmanship. Those three have been checked. Crowd interaction, not yet. Stage interaction, by letter of the law, it is being checked by virtue of the choreography. So there's an asterisk on that one. So far, if I was to give this a score as this base right now, because I'm only basing my score on the visuals, the song has nothing to do with this. I hate to say it, but we'd be in the high fives, low sixes. That's where we stand right now. Hopefully, some things change. Hopefully, they're given some freedom and they'll actually interact with the crowd and organically interact with each other. If we do that, the score is going to go up significantly. So let's hope. Let's hope. We got a minute and 47 to go. Let's see what happens. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. I'm dreading this review. I really am. I already have a score in mind. I already know exactly what I'm gonna say. The thing is, I also know how defensive and protective Babymetal fans can be with even the slightest criticism. And I just gotta brace myself for the comments, I guess. All right, well, let's rip off the Band-Aid. I'll transition over. I'll see you in the review, and yeah, I guess we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Babymetal with a live performance. Really hope everybody remembers those two words because they're going to be very important when it comes to this review. With a live performance of their song Doki Doki Morning. This was a request from Storm Remy. Okay. Before I give my score, I'm going to say this one more time. And if people choose not to listen to this little pre-frame, and people choose not to listen to my explanation as to how I came up with the score, well, then that's completely on them. And when they come off on me unhinged and they say this is one of the greatest songs that Babymetal ever wrote, number one, I don't know how you can possibly say that with a straight face, considering how many other songs from Babymetal we've heard on the channel that blow this song out of the water from a songwriting standpoint, first of all. Second thing, you clearly didn't listen to a single word that I said in this pre-frame, which goes as follows. I have done a reaction to this song already. I know the song. I did a reaction to the song way back at the beginning of the channel. I was very perplexed by what I heard and what I saw. And it just kind of furthered my confusion because it was my second song from Babymetal I ever heard. Still not one of my favorite songs from them, honestly. It's one of my least favorite. It's very pop, okay? And I said that in my reaction the first time, and I will continue to say that about this song. I don't think this song is ever going to be one of my quote-unquote favorites from them. Having said that, I do see the appeal. Now, since I have heard this song before, I've done a reaction to this song before, I cannot take the song itself, the songwriting, the composition, the arranging, the execution, I cannot take any of those things into account here. The only thing, the one and only thing that I can evaluate and review and score right now is the visuals, the live performance. That's all I can do. So before you come at me with, oh, what'd you the songwriting was really, smooth, and I agree with you. I do. I think it's a smooth written song. Great usage of a pop feel with adding some metal elements in there for sure. But that has absolutely nothing to do with this. Nothing. This was based completely on the visuals. Now, after that pre-frame, if you come after me about this is one of the best songs they ever wrote, I can't help you. I really can't. I suggest maybe seeking some professional help. Maybe, I don't know. It wouldn't hurt. It really kind of irks me when people in the comments don't listen to my pre-frames and they come after me. Oh, this is one of the greatest songs ever written. Anyway, what's the purpose of pre-framing anyway if you're not gonna listen? Anyway, also, I'm just gonna pre-frame also this. I've known in the past, I've heard from people that Babymetal fans can be very overzealous and overprotective and overbearing when it comes to quote-unquote their girls, especially the younger iterations, like this era of Babymetal, because they're just children. Yeah, they're just children who are performing as professional performers, professional musicians, professional vocalists, professional choreographers, or choreographed dancers. They are professionals. They are being paid. So they will be held to the same standard as everybody else. I get a lot of flack for holding these kid bands, whether it be Babymetal, The Warning, whatever, and people criticize me for holding them to the same standard as I would any other band. And my response is, you better believe I'm going to hold them to the same standard, because anything less, coddling them is not going to do them any good. If they want to get better, they need to be held to those standards. It's really that simple. So I'm not criticizing them for the purpose of insulting them. As a matter of fact, I'm holding to that standard out of respect. So try to understand that. It's not because I'm attacking children. I'm holding these children to the same standard as I would any other professional performer. Plain and simple, because they are professionals. Anyway, I'm stalling. I know I'm stalling because I really don't want to give this score, because I can already hear the comments. I can already hear them. Keep in mind, folks, that this score is based completely on what we saw, okay? And I will give my reasons, I promise. I will give every single reason for giving the score. And I promise, if you keep an open mind, you will understand where I'm coming from, hopefully. And you don't necessarily have to agree with me, but you will at least see where I'm coming from and you'll understand where I'm coming from. Having said all that, let's rip off this Band-Aid. Oh boy. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.1. Yep, 6.1. I feel that is exactly what this live visual performance deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, the 6.1. Hopefully everybody hasn't run off and gotten their pitchforks and their torches yet. Hear me out, folks. A 6.1, what does that mean? Well, a 6.1, it's not as bad as you might think. We're not down in the negatives, okay? A 6.1 would translate to a pretty good score because what we saw visually, it was actually pretty good, all right? It would get 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. Yeah, let that one sink in for just a second. B as in boy, B- letter grade. So there you go, a 6.1, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. See, it's not as bad as you thought it was gonna be, all right? We're not down in the negatives. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. All right, here we go. Let's start off with the checklist, okay? What we look for in a live performance when it comes to the visuals. Because like I said, that's what we're basing the whole score on, okay? So let's go down the checklist. Stage presence, check. Pretty much by default, they have stage presence coming out, wearing their uniforms, whatever iteration of the uniform we're wearing, they always look the same. The 3 of them always look the same. There's a certain, not bond, but that, well, I guess you could call it a bond, a certain cohesiveness. That's what I was looking for. A certain cohesiveness that comes with that. And the backing band all dressed as skeletons, same thing. So the stage presence is definitely taken care of. Stage energy. By default, through the usage of all their choreography, yes, that is a check, absolutely. They never really stopped moving. The only time they stopped is when they fell to the ground. For the most part, every other thing they do, they're in constant motion. So by default, through the use of their choreography, yes, there is definitely stage energy. Which leads me to the next part, stage interaction. By, again, default, I am going to give it a check. Now, here's the thing. There's a big difference between having 2 dancers facing each other, mirroring each other, doing the exact same moves at the exact same time in polar opposite of each other, mirror imaging each other, whatever the case may be, facing each other though. There's a big difference between that and, the bass player just, walking over to the guitar player and rocking out with them for a little bit, having some fun, smiling, laughing, having a good time before going back, or the lead singer coming over and interacting with, one of the guitar players or the bass player. It's very organic when that happens. When you were talking about choreography, it's all pre-planned. It's all predestined. You will raise your right hands to each other. You will turn and face each other. Right hand up, right hand down, left hand up, left hand down, both hands up, both hands together, pow, right hands apart, circles, down again. It's all pre-planned. It's all predestined. Now, I know people are going to go, well, what about blocking in rock shows? You're right. It is also quite often pre-planned, preordained, but it looks a lot more organic. It looks a lot more genuine. It doesn't look as robotic as doing the same moves at the same time, at the same beat, at the same speed, at the same range of motion as your partner. There's a big difference, okay? So they are getting the check for stage interaction, yes, but with that check comes an asterisk, and that asterisk very clearly says due to choreography design, all right? Moving on, this is the hard one, and this is the one that people are just gonna have to bite the bullet on and accept as fact. Crowd interaction, no, we had none. Listen, I know everyone's gonna say, what about the times that the girls were waving to the crowd? All 3 girls waving to the crowd at the exact same time, hands moving at the exact same directions at the same time, same speed, same pace, same range of motion. That is called choreography. There's absolutely nothing genuine about interacting with the crowd using choreography like that. There's a big difference between waving to the crowd, you know, clapping to the crowd, let me hear ya, you know, type of thing, and everybody doing the exact same motion at the exact same time, pre-planned, preordained, preset. There's a big difference, folks, and I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, that's crowd interaction. No, it's not. It's choreography. There's a big difference between the two. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a tangent here, because I know one of the biggest arguments people are going to have for me is, DH, you've seen them do that in other videos. You've seen them do that in other performances where they did interact with the crowd, and it was organic, and it was fun. And you commented on it. You're absolutely right. I have seen them do that before. I have seen organic, genuine crowd interaction. It brought tears to my eyes a few times. How amazing and well done it was executed. The thing is, what happened in all of those other videos has absolutely zero bearing on what happened in this video. I don't care about what happened in those other videos. I don't care what happened in those other live performances. I am basing my evaluation and my score on this one particular video. This one. Just this one. Did we have any crowd interaction? Genuine, organic crowd interaction in this one particular video? The honest answer is no, we did not. So that checkbox goes unchecked. Showmanship, check by default because of the choreography, okay? That gets a check. Again, with an asterisk, due to choreography, design, okay? Showmanship was there. Yes, due to choreography. Now, when it comes to their choreography was tight. It was well done. It was well executed. It was just like it was done in the music video. It was literally a copy and paste job from music video shoot to live performance. Now, I know that happened by design. I know that happened due to their management company. Told them, this is what you are going to do. They had absolutely zero say in that. I know. I understand. I'm sure if the girls had it their way and they got a say at all in their early days, if they had any say whatsoever, they would have done that. They probably would have had a breakdown section. During that breakdown section, they probably would have gone organic and said, forget the choreography. For the next 10 seconds, we're going to just be organic and we're going to interact with the crowd and we're going to have some fun on our terms. I'm sure they would have done that if they had any say at all in the process, which they did not. They are a product of their management company. I forgot the guy's name, but Koba, I think his name is Koba. This was his baby, no pun intended. It was his project. It's his product. So he had 100% control over it. So it is what it is, folks. Now, later on, like I said, later on in their careers, 2018, 2019, 2021, we started to see more organic performances. We started to see times where they broke away from the choreography and they were organic and genuine in their crowd interaction. And in their stage interaction even, it was just more loose. It wasn't choreographed out. They were given this amount of time to cut loose and have fun. Awesome. And then as they've gotten older, 2022, 2023, 2024, we've seen even more opportunities for organic and natural crowd interaction and stage interaction. But at this particular point in time in Babymetal's history, that wasn't allowed. It was dictated. You will do this, you will do this, you will do this, you will do this, and you will do this. And they had to follow the plan. That's really all there is to it. When I saw that this was an early shoot and I saw that statue, the first thing that went through my mind is, oh no. For a live performance for this song, I have a feeling I know exactly what's going to happen, and unfortunately, it all came to pass. So, I am giving it the 6.1, mainly, to be perfectly honest with you, they're getting that 6.1 for their choreography, which was really well done. It was really well done. You add to that stage presence, and again, stage energy, stage interaction, and showmanship, all due to choreography design, and that's how we're coming up with the 6.1. I know it's not the 7s and the 8s and the 9s that Babymetal fans are used to. I know, I understand, I feel your pain, believe me, I do. But at the same time, I have a certain criteria when it comes to situations like this where I can base my evaluation only on the live performance. And let's be honest, when it came to the live performance, it was all based around choreography. So, 6.1, that's where we're at, and that's where we're gonna stay. So, let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow before I get lynched. We got a 6.1, which is a pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later, peace.